was ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Kawano really, after that first game, I think maybe he was just, I wouldn't say lackadaisical, but it's the first game of the day, you know what I mean? You have to take some time to adjust and get warmed up, really get into the mood. And that's what we saw, right?
Yeah.
Rolento came out, did a great job baiting multiple things out, punishing them heavily. Even I think going up in the round of the game after that, it was just really sick to see him just slowed up the team. Kawano, I mean, he had to adjust, right? He's a champion, he showed off the champion mindset, and that's why he was able to punch out the second ball. Crossover. So if Crossover is able to 2-0 his next match, it will be 3-1 plus 2 for both Kawano and Crossover. But this is going to be a mount of attack to add the 2-0 because you're going up against Rolento's own Phenom, who is 4-0, 8 games plus differential, has not dropped a match yet.
However, my man is sitting by the window with the aura around him. Dangerous. Like, bro, who took that picture, though?
That's
like,
what,
come on,
you know, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, like,
Bitch, you gotta jump with that bitch. Sidelock in the motherfucking air, you gotta jump with her. You feel me? Jump with her in the air, motherfucker, then you can do the motherfucking shit and eat.
And again, I was gonna say, both of these players, you know, are Ken specialists, but Crossover did represent that DJ when he was faced with that mirror match, I think on day 1 against Halibel.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah. Now, he did lose game 1 when he went to the DJ versus the Ken and ran it back in the Ken mirror. So we're going to see how it all plays out here again. Phenom, I mean, he cannot not qualify, but winners and losers, he still wants to make sure he shows dominance in Group A.
That's what he said before I was talking to him. He was like, man, I'm here to solidify myself, no matter what. Like, even though I'm good, I'll make sure y'all are.
Well, yeah, one of the knocks, not even a knock, but one of the things people talk about with Phenom is that he's underrated. Like, he's just not talked about a lot, right?
So many top 8s. We see him in top 8. 2019 of CapCom Cup.
For whatever reason, maybe it's the bad luck spawn on Norway in terms of, like, the media spotlight on it. But, like, I don't understand why he's not talked about more, right? Because Norway's a great place. That's not what I was getting at.
Yeah, I get you.
Not enough attention as much as, like, you know, Japan, US, stuff like that. But Crossover, don't care about none of that. He was like, the spotlight's on the DR, the spotlight's on me. We taking this.
And again, this dude has played Ken as he put it out. He knows his character through and through. Phenom drops it low. Cody Tatsu for the OP. He jump fierce, gets the throw right after. Oh, the back dash, tried to punish, but didn't go for the right one. Should have the follow-up. That would have worked out better.
And that Crossover sniping out the response of the projectile. You gotta say, it looked high enough to actually get a true punish on. Nice job from Phenom side
Level
switching.
3. Nope, nice take.
Perfect parry.
He tried to the heavy air slasher, right? So he only perfect parried the first one, regular parry the second one. You gotta actually let go and try to perfect parry both if you want to punish.
There's a perfect parry from the side of Phenom.
Oh, yeah.
Level 3 gonna kill.
Damage about to be dumped out. We spin at this point.
No.
Doesn't want to.
Now we got the throw, strike throw guess. He tried to bait something out. That's what that forward jump was about. He was like, I can avoid the up kick, so the super this way. But either way, Crossover ends up having to eat a throw situation either way.
Continuously. Round and round right now. Bar at the bottom for both players. drops the knees, but this time the DP is ready.
And that's a shallow jump when he uses that jump to K, man. The sharp knee fall. Phenom's reaction is very on point.
The throw cross up DP. Can't leave for free, but you'll take that damage stuff you put up in the corner against Ken.
But this man, Phenom, is charging him in air attacks, bro. Every time he takes to the sky. Crossover, not going to spin the bar just yet.
Nice.
Oh, he actually waited. Interesting. I don't know if that does more damage. Let me know in the chat if it does. But I like that crossover, making sure he combos into the level 3. And now Phenom, very low on drive gauge.
I believe it's less scaling.
I was going to say, because it's a link, less
definitely
scaling.
a reason. Oh, did he complete the combo?
Oh, and he tried to parry. He thought he was going to come with a soul bot or something like that. He ends up burning himself out. Phenom, he got the TA. He didn't want to spin it.
Not just yet. Sweep off the feet. You're caught up with burnout. Be able to spin the weight up. boiz the OD. Oh, chip him out. He goes for the super. It's definitely nothing. It is definitely nothing.
Nope.
As crossover blocks,
Nice.
punishes, wait, bait,
Nice
decimate,
block.
crossover. First game.
Wow, and yeah, Phenom not choosing to cancel into the CA off the low Jinrai. I don't know if he was too far and he wouldn't have gotten the cinematic or why he didn't, but he tried to bet it all on crossover, continuing his turn. Great discipline from Tiger's Own.
House always wins. Drops the drive rush. Waste the bar right there with the fireballs. I like these close range fireballs every so often. Wall of buttons, finds the DP. OD, the jackknife. Drive rush in with a medium. Counter hit, strike throw. What are we going for? Go for a button. All this pressure is putting Phenom on notice. The area right there drops him right back down to the ground.
Yo, but the jump heavy punch immediately decimating the anti-air attempt. Crossover still staying aggressive, waking up with a drive impact, knowing Phenom can't respond with one of his own.
Phenom back with bar. Does mean that crossover has to be careful. A lot of buttons from DJ are drive impactable. Even that soul bot right there can't get clipped.
Did you see the walk under? I'm so surprised he didn't follow that up with a special, because that looked like a deliberate walk under into a punish on the landing frames. But we have the corner situation regardless.
Safe style from this side of Ken. Phenom different with it. Blessed with the medium starter. Just
Number one,
cool.
yep.
Oh, let me see if that
Hey,
season in the
hey,
sauce.
hey.
Extra oxtail for crossover as he is on set point against Phenom.
And remember, it's so important for crossover to get a 2-0 right now so he can tie Kawano in the game differential.
That aura man at crossover head. Try to go for the overhead. Reset this time. Phenom interrupts. Frame kill. Stay Pierce. Hella meaty. Overhead. Perfect parry. Yeah, holds it right there to get the bar and keep going from the corner.
Ooh,
Great sweep spacing as well.
Wake
Crossover
up.
willing to pop
Gotta
off with the
watch the little
jackknife
bit,
now. He's kept it holstered for most of
Slash
this set. That's why it worked here. Oh, but the whip is going to get punished heavily by Phenom.
Well, you'll benefit from that button if you get it, but it can be whip punish. He's been that distance, so let him whip get the hit. You pointed this out previously, that Phenom is a master of whip punishing continuously.
Yeah, you cannot whiff a button on this man. He is ready with the reactions. He's so clean on the ground. Ooh, and crossover, knowing the range that
Perfect
time,
pin.
but he does stuff that. Big punish right here, too. He did the stand medium punch punish counter into the crouch fierce link.
Perfect
That's only
parry.
-2, but he's still trying to take his turn, so crossover got the bot.
Crossover bleeding a little bit. Phenom leading. Backs off, get that bar back just a little bit. Walking back doesn't gain as much bar, but I like him creating some space for just a little bit. Crossover harassment with the fireballs. Try to dog walk into the west side of the screen.
Crossover, I mean, he's got the level 2 as well. Oh, Phenom, he will spin the meter
Hello.
this time. Best believe he's trying to force around 3. But hey, that's an Alpha Academy strat right there. We have baited the meter for the final round.
That's true. Crossover working on 3 bars, and you've seen DJ love to rely upon that level 3. It's a lead up to the level 3 for that big 3 that people hate so much for his characters. Damage
Oh,
up,
that
there
was
you
so
go.
sick. The drive rush into the OD so bad. You saw Phenom trying to check the drive rush.
Yes,
That's
he had.
exactly why he did the OD right there. So good.
The switch of the trickness of his character. Crossover accessing all the tools of the trade.
Oh,
Crouch,
no.
fierce for the shimmy. Great starter, enhanced Tatsu. So, back rise, perfect parry. Blue kind of day with that back throw play.
Yeah, the monkey flip right there, able to put him in the corner. Oh, and he punished the landing frames of the OD Tatsu. Not easy to actually dodge that move. He might burn Phenom out. I think that he's not quite. I didn't see where it started. Oh,
Oh, yes.
indeed. This is a great day, all right.
Interruption against the drive rush. Had to get the momentum back in his hands.
Oh man, crossover, this is huge right now. Again, remember the 2-0 is so important. And he gets the counter hit. He just has to close it out here. Another drive rush, another machine gun punch. Crossover wins 2-0.
This was imperative for crossover to move on in this bracket and
Oh my
possibly take
God.
the seat from Kawano.
But if I am not mistaken, that means the standings are Kawano and crossover perfectly tied.
Neck and neck?
And man, our next match is GG Halibut Shidoken, but our last match of the day is crossover versus Kawano. And that could literally decide who makes it out of the loser side of the group. this is what we want. This is the ideal outcome for the group stage. But let's talk about how Crossover got there. This amazing skill set on Phenom, and we talked about it, right? You can't whip buttons against this guy, and he rarely ever did.
Yeah. I mean, we saw Heavy Kick get whip punished once, and then it was off the table.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll switch it up with other things. We saw the OD Sobot coming through the catch, Phenom's reactions, a lot of perfect pairs from both sides. I like Crossover surviving up in the corner against him.
Good.
It happens so continuously, so you have to have a game plan when that lands and you're caught up in the corner. You have to figure out, how am I going to leave without taking too much damage? And that got better and better as these rounds went on.
The way Crossover utilized the switch-ups on his general strats were just so good in this set, right? Like, you abuse the drive rush as DJ. It's so fast, it's so good, it's so quick. And then we saw towards the end, right? He does the drive rush, Phenom's getting used to checking it, he's getting used to the timing. Drive rush, immediate OD Sobot. Punish counters the attempted check. In addition to the jackknife maximum, we hadn't seen that a lot as a reversal attempt, right?
True.
But in the clutch moment, Crossover pulled it out literally, I think, one time. So it was just such a good balance.
Look
and the
at that
cool, calm,
punish.
collected composure to know he was going to whiff on the OD Tatsu and punish the landing frames. My goodness, bro, I couldn't be more impressed with Crossover.
We see him develop that character throughout all of the other places that he has played at, TNS, Casa, all that. I love the fact that we see a lot of players out here, such like Tool Kevin, having another character that's not just like a secondary, but like another primary, you know? It's not like a matchup to matchup kind of thing. Maybe you don't want to play mirror, maybe you want to be more beneficial with another character, whatever it may be. I like to get the same level, especially at this kind of stage at Capcom Cup. Now, let's take a look at the standings real quick here. Ooh, we were spit, bro.
Oh my goodness, look at this, bro. Phenom at 4-1 plus 6 game differential after falling to Crossover. But as I mentioned, right, Crossover, he needed the 2-0 to tie Kawano outright. That means our last match of the day is indeed deciding who moves on in the top 16 between Kawano and Crossover. But before that, of course, we do want to celebrate the rest of the players in this bracket.
Yes, sir.
So next up is going to be Gigi Halibel versus Showdown.
Out here. Scores be damned.
Yeah.
Seeing how they've been playing when the lights are on them, when they're facing evil champions, players, killers that have traveled around the world, shows that they deserve to be here. It's just that this bracket is always so bad. Doesn't matter where it's at, right?
Exactly, right? These are fully qualified players at the top level of the game. They're all going for the milli. They're trying to change their lives. So everybody is out here grinding tooth and nail. And players like this, Halibel, Showdown, players that don't get as much limelight and spotlight as the rest of the players, they have made everybody earn anything they got, right? Showdown has made the best of the best sweat. We saw Halibel take the first game off Kawano and make it go down to the final round. Like, both of these players are very worthy of what they're at, and I can't wait to see them duke it out.
On this stage, let's see what we walk away with. More victories earning their belt. You know, for Showdown, he needs it a lot more. He hasn't had one just yet. He's been close.
Nice.
But he needs to be able to capture that moment. Halibel has had some great moments. He's had a few victories, but he wants to live with more, even more experience. Ken versus JP, not so good for Ken as the meta has developed, and that's not just Angry Bird downplaying. It's literally the fact that we've seen his characters mid-range be more developed, more deadly on the side of JP.
Yeah, for sure. The JP players got used to playing at a mid-range and using his great buttons. Definitely has become more of a frustrating character to fight against, right? Because it's not just about getting past the projectiles anymore. And they're getting great at utilizing that. The ghost fade, baiting out the parry, drive rushing and throwing you. Good or not reaching for Showdown, though. You saw that disciplined defense.
Jeez.
Definitely was one of those situations where he could have tried to throw, but stayed disciplined.
Showdown, diligent to get in, toe tap, wasn't able to find a follow-up, does get the sweep off the feet.
That was a clean whip punish right there. That crouch medium kick. It's a great button for JP, but yeah, you got to be careful with the spacing.
Welcome to the corner.
No escape from the corner here. You locked down. I'm your PO.
Yep.
And look again, just making sure he maintains his range, right?
Damn!
Oh my goodness, what?
Jeez.
The run Tots, or excuse me, the run a Dragon Lash?
Just gonna let that rip? He got the hit?
Maybe it was OD Dragon Lash because he burned him out. I don't know, either one. I was just so surprised to see that bust out from Halibel from that distance. And it actually punished him.
We've seen Showdown down back for the down back continuously, like trying to block his toe
Oh,
as much as he can because he won't get drive rush.
one.
So I get the idea, but the call to hit the button. First game to Halibel, but he's getting caught up in the corner. Has to be careful. Punish counter. He'll take some of that drive bar. Stand fierce trade. He'll take that if you're Showdown.
Because I didn't think he drive rushed before that last Dragon Lash at the end of the last round. So very surprising to me. Oh, Showdown get no anti-air that time.
No.
This would have worked out. But so it burned up, but it doesn't matter. Holly Bell, get nasty up in the corner. Stand fierce, OD, fireball.
It's going to get chipped to death.
Oh, and that could come back to bite him. Just walks up
Are you
against the
gonna-
stand fierce.
yeah,
And now
that's actually not
Halibel's
bad.
going to
You're
burn out
probably gonna burn him out,
Showdown with
and
the
then you
CA,
need it.
and he's going to have his drive gauge back at the end of the combo.
But yeah, but like 2-to-1 hits.
Defend
Though.
this. Oh, he
air.
just walks up in his business.
OD fireball,
Yes.
backs up for a little
You gonna
bit.
chip him?
Oh, he just pressed after getting hit by the low Jin ride.
The spacing of that stand light punch is insane. It goes for miles upon miles.
I don't want to talk about it. Like,
It's actually
his jabs,
ridiculous.
the range on him catch so many people off guard because they're not used to the range on the lights from any other character like that.
It's slower, but the reward a lot more than crouching light punch.
Yeah,
That
for
sweep, perfect parry, finds a punish. Here's the corner carry. Oh, he didn't get the run top. So you see the mistake right there with the run, but a follow up. Jump medium punch, gets the punish counter, and into level 3.
He got
It's not a
punished.
bedtime story.
Shinokin. Really going to be putting himself in a prime position right now. Significant life lead. All the drive gauge in the world, and he just goes up, tries to get the overhead. What a spacing trap that was! The overhead pushback. You saw Halibel try to respond with a light, and it was a perfectly timed punish counter from Shinokin on the normal after. That was slick.
Showing what he's learned from the side of India when he had moved over there for years upon years.
Spacing traps are
make
one of my
one
favorite parts of
mistake.
fighting games,
It's
right?
so good.
Frame traps are sick and all of that, but seeing somebody like know the
Purposely do that,
range
yeah.
of like how much it's gonna push the character back, knowing that the common response would be a light button, knowing the timing to punish that, so sick. Halibel is gonna beat up some tires.
Huh? No way you got a Honda like that, bro.
Halibel.
I mean, it's not.
This man, is
Nah,
this
man.
a regular sumo regiment?
Halibel.
100 hand
I
slap
think
in
he
the
just wanted
rubber?
to see. He just wanted to see the cutscene, bro. He just,
okay.
he just really wanted to just watch this for a second.
Fair enough.
But Shadowkin though, talking about that space trap, we saw that stand light
Yeah, that
punch
was cool.
after the Gen Ride hit. You see that interaction happen so often. I think that stand light punch was definitely purposeful from the side of Shadowkin.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, people will try to spacing trap you with Ken and the Jinrai low, but it's so hard to do that with JP. His light just goes so much further. So the regular spacing traps against lights don't necessarily always work against him. Now,
Manon.
Halibel is hovering Manon, which I didn't even know he had this in his arsenal, personally. But it looks like he's really wanting to pick the exact color and costume, and he gives the shrug.
Yeah,
And he's going to go off with the Manon against the
Manon.
JP. Hey, I salute you, my man. Godspeed.
Yeah, definitely Godspeed
Like,
to you.
you know-
God watch over you, because it's gonna be a difficult one in this
I hope
matchup.
you got the NOS on that drive rush, because hers
know.
doesn't go that far.
She a thirsty girl. She needs a lot of drive bar to get far, bro. Especially to get in and get some damage off. But Shadowkin, I said, hey, this is fine. I'll put you long distance. A perfect parry. Walks out the main grab. I don't do this for random.
Yeah, I literally was
yeah.
just bringing that up, right? I was like, that was a very random move of
Yeah.
him. And of course, I believe they're both from Germany, if I'm not mistaken, right? So, representing for his boy.
Walking to the corner. Can we get happen the fake out? Possibly. Oh, maybe he's trying to tap it to hit a button. No anti right there from the side of Shadowkin. I get it. You don't want to get grip, but there's a heavy kick. Punish counter. Now let me spin.
Yeah, you can see the distance on her drive rush, right? That's one of the big weaknesses of the
No.
character. Tried to get
No.
in there, but it's so difficult to close the distance right now. Now, she does have the twirl. It's projectile invul, but not even right
chipper.
now.
Oh.
as he
Command
lands.
grab. Two
Second
medals.
medal.
2 stars.
Okay. Halibel maneuvered around, trying to avoid chip.
No.
Trying to make sure he gets his drive gauge back more than anything
Ooh,
else.
the juggle.
That's the anti-air I was talking about. That's what I wanted to see from Shadowkin before.
That forward heavy kick. Perfectly spaced, perfectly timed. She can't get in again, as you keep pointing out. There's no range on that drive rush.
It's tough for
It's
sure.
real tough.
No.
Got some good distance on her buttons. The crouch medium kick, the stand heavy kick. Someone's move her forward, but oh,
Ooh.
no,
Yeah.
reaching.
Hold north to not go south. Shadowkin.
The
Sunset
nooch.
point. Was this the big Halibel? Was this the right pick? The perfect parry, the command grab. Yeah, skill damage, but you want those 3 medals. Or more.
And Shinokin's like, bro, all the damage you've got is command grabs. I'm holding up now.
Yeah.
Yo, actually busted out the sweep, though. That's very punishable special move, but nonetheless,
Ooh.
not scared of it.
Oh,
Oh,
too
no.
far out for the grip. Unfortunate.
That hurts, man.
The spacing. As a Manon player, like a high level, you have to know. That's why the anti right there. OD Amnesia doesn't get grip. No stand fierce follow up into level 3, possibly.
And that's another big reason
Level
why this
3,
character's
yeah.
so good against Manon, right? Is because you don't have to guess
Burnout,
between strike
trip.
throw. You're just going to do
And you're
your
dead.
reversal, and it
And
beats
that's
both.
the game.
Must be nice.
And the tournament.
That kind of reversal. This is very bad. This had brought the bottom for reversal. There it is.
Ooh. Never mind.
Black Swan Lamb on the lawn.
That's what I
with
like
the
to
super,
see.
but this will not kill. Or
Use
even
that
put it up.
meter.
Shadow still can wake
La
up.
la
with a
la
lot of
la
things. He does
la.
have usually they have some space in this place. He's backed off. There is no real Oki for this character. Double dash.
Wow.
The random. The properties are ran and done.
We do
Did you
not.
know?
Random.
Yeah, we do not need proper Oki. There's gonna double dash into the command grab. Now 4 medals on the squad. Halibel, the momentum is on your side. Look at him. He's inching forward, inching closer. Oh.
Empty low. OD.
Inside.
Oh, he spent double dashes in. This time the reversal button from Shadowkin. Yeah, try to stay outside that range of the heavy kick. One of her best buttons for a poke. Punch counter, get a little bit of follow-up, but you see the jump media punch. Try to counteract that.
Oof.
Perfect parry. 5 medals, 5 felonies. The stars are up.
That's Dream Team right there. That's the gold medals all day. Starting lineup. Oh, that's some anti-air just for the regular heavy kick.
Drive impact. We hold the parry. Try to get the grip to offer it.
I
But
love
it's
that
counter.
idea because the parry nullifies the pushback, right? So he tried to stay close and then sneak in the command grab afterwards. I like that idea a lot.
A lot of grappler characters in this game. Oh!
Five middle
Demolish.
command grab. You can't eat another one. Oh, the parry. You know you're going to do that again. OD.
The demo.
Oh,
Oh,
it
this
saves it
doesn't
because
work.
of the scaling.
Too far for the throw. Back throw. Try to get the drop impact. The jump back.
The DI, he reset with the overhead.
Perfect parry again. Yo,
Yeah.
This will reach.
He knew he didn't need a command grab that time. Beautiful fix of an issue before from Halibel, forcing a final game. Doing it for the entertainment factor as well.
Yes, sir. Maximum excitement. Final game between these two. The last game of the week. Heavy kick, punish counter, so that sweep off the feet. This is imperative. To get the strike throw. Here we go. The command grab is off.
Already
Double
up to
dash
2.
is long.
Already up to 3.
Give me more.
Nah, this man's momentum is wild right now.
She's a needy girl. Give her more.
Spin that boy. Shidoken though, a little bit low on the drive gauge. Oh, perfect parry just in the neutral. Halibel right now, truly capturing the essence of random. Oh, look at that!
Defense, diligence, and grip.
5 medals in 1 round. Multiple off perfect parry. I know random going wow wherever he at right now.
Or Adon, man. Exclamation mark, game is good. Huh, Adon. Trying to get the grip of his own, no embrace.
Reacts to the command grab, sneaks into the overhead for some more damage. The driver, he wanted to reset that again.
The gorilla glue, I'm trying to stick to you. Trying to get this character up in the corner and not let him leave. Perfect parry. I love the deepest to the side of Halibel. Once again, it's a blue kind of thing. No clouds in the skies. Just JP.
That's not bad.
Oh, man, this is a blue world we're living in right now. Rolling
scaling.
60 style. Ooh, and he's dead, baby. GG Halibel takes it with the
He's
Manon
dead.
2-1.
I'm sorry, Halibel. I didn't know your game like that. My man coming through with the Manon to seal his last game against Shadowkin.
The Manon pose as well.
Oh, man.
Beautiful
Careful now.
stuff,
Please
man.
don't fall off the stage.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know he had the ballerina balance like
Yeah,
that. Okay,
really?
okay, Halibel. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Man, what an entertaining way to go out of the tournament, right? Big ups to Halibel. That momentum, this experience of this tournament is only going to make him a better player. And man, I love the showmanship personally.
Yes.
So he earned the mad notches in my book.
Oh, 100%. You definitely gonna fall for me, my boy. But one of the things I really want to point out is not even the character choice. In these last 2 games with that Manon, forget the Manon. It's the defense overall against JP. It wouldn't have mattered what character he picked. He definitely had the defense on the deck. Listen, the kid, I see it. I see the game plan, but he wasn't able to get what he wanted. Space transfer too much. You see Shadowkin very aware what he was against his character, jumping as much as he can to the heavy kick, things like that, getting the lead, keeping it. He's playing the Manon.
Yeah.
He changed.
Yeah, it was funny because sometimes, like, on the character that you know the best, since you know them so well, you know all the options, and you can get a little overwhelmed in your mental stack, right? Trying to pick which option is the best at any given moment. But he went to the Manon, he was like, I am going to parry and I'm going to command grab, right? Simple game plan, and it worked to perfection. And that allowed him, I think, to dissect the game in a more clear and understandable way. So, beautiful adjustment from Halibel. Look at it. He was so close to losing 2-0. He's burnt out here after this level 3.
You should have died, bro.
Yeah, and he somehow turned it around
With the super.
Oh, this was just an impressive performance, to say the least. I just love seeing players, when they have their back against the wall, when they have no more safety net, show out like this. I think it really shows the grit and determination of the players.
Again, those perfect parries, I got to keep pointing out, being able to move the people's character buttons, that range break is going to come through, and then being able to establish in a very uncomfortable game, get those double dashes into the command grabs.
And look at that.
To seal the deal,
And then he does dash parry, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh yeah, you don't want to get double dashed on again. So the way Halibel just adjusted his gameplay, kept it simple, but at the same time, still cycled through the options, still conditioned his opponent to think about certain things and use that against them. Look at that, right? And then because he saw the parry got baited out last time, he's like, oh, maybe I'll try to OD Amnesia.
Yeah, try to switch it up.
And then just a wait from Halibel as well, right? The discipline. There's another perfect parry. So many in this last set.
I've not seen so much blue in a long time, but then again, this shows the defensive mindset of Halibel. Look at that.
I'll tell you
Stop
what.
that.
I bet you Rickman's Barnett saw a lot of blue when he walked to the LA venue last year. You know what I'm saying? And not since then have we seen so much blue in a single area. Halibel taking it 2-1, man. Yeah, a beautiful celebration as well.
Well deserved, well deserved.
You just love seeing that, right? That's what fighting games are all about. That's what these events are all about. I mean, we talked to Rando at the LCQ, and he was like, bro, this is like one of the greatest moments of my life. Just getting to be a part of this atmosphere, this electricity, and, you know, Halibel.
Players and stuff, and practice.
Halibel's going to hold this for a long time close to his heart. So, beautiful stuff now. Before we get into this final game, let me see the standings. Because going into this, we know Phenom has qualified in the winner side of things. But our last match is that tie for second place right there that you see on the screen. Kawano versus Crossover. Both 3-1, both with a 2-game plus-minus differential, and they have not faced each other yet. So whoever wins right now is getting into top 16.
This is it. The final game determines who moves on to top 16 after a grueling week of battles.
We couldn't have asked for anything.
He really could not.
When you get the last match of the group as one of the deciders of who makes it out, ideal to say the least. Crossover, what a show going on that DJ, taking down Phenom, who hadn't lost a single game up until that
First
point.
one to make him bleed.
In a 2-0 in which he needed because of the plus game differential to tie Kawano. And then again, that's why we talked about it. It was so important that Kawano didn't drop a game to Halibel, which he did. That gives Crossover that little buffer to where if he 2-0'd, he would tie. Exactly, where now Crossover would kind of have the 2-0 Kawano. But regardless of that, we got whoever wins right now is making it in the top 16.
The storyline for this, for both players, is insane. Crossover finally able to reach that stage. Shout out to Sherry Jennings.
Shout out to Sherry Jennings.
Getting him here, man. He had qualified, wasn't able to come to CapCom Cup years ago. This is his time now. But for Kawano, an EVO champion, imagine if he secures a CapCom Cup underneath his belt for Street Fighter 6. That would be super sick.
Absolutely. You know, that is one of the holy grails of this scene that I think we have yet to see be accomplished on the Street Fighter stage, right? Where the player can win the World Tour Finals and EVO. We obviously have the two-time Capcom Cup champion, Mena. He was in Grand Finals of EVO last year, very close to doing so, but I don't believe any player has accomplished both as of yet.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
he might be making history this week, bro.
So we're
Along with
trying.
getting that milli, man.
Yeah, we're trying, right? Of course, Angry Bird's still alive in that Group F as well. He's one of the players that can accomplish it.
That's
but
true.
I mean, he's the only one technically that can accomplish it for Street Fighter 6, right? Because he is our first EVO champion. But of course, we're looking at crown champions left and right here. 32 body bags are getting stacked up today as we narrow it down to a top 16. One of these players is looking to join the living. The other is looking to join the grave.
Bro, we'll be digging ditches all damn day. But we're going to play real soon. Again, final match of this group stage. Crossover, I'm telling y'all, go to his Twitter. That man had the aura, bro.
He did, bro.
My man hit the
He was standing in the sliding door, all just dark
like,
because of the outline of the sun. I was like, okay, bro.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
You a killer. I like that mentality. In the Kawano side, having an unfortunate loss at Street Fighter League, taking so much time to find a character, to find his way in this game. He even said it himself. It's been taking him a little bit longer than other players, and it happens. But this could be the breakout moment. It all comes down to this, the final match, to see who moves on to top 16. It is Kawano. It is Crossover. Let's get it.
Man, it's all about when you peak, right? That's what we talked about with Problem X as well. He had been struggling, he won the LCQ. It's about when you peak as a player.
Right.
Now, Kawano already jumping over Crossover's first fireball thrown. Man, it's going to be a good one. Thank you all for tuning in to Capcom Cup Day 3. This is such a good way to end the first group.
Celebration of this. I love it.
Oh, we tried to X.
The back throw. I like this positional advantage, right?
Precisely, man. Taking the screen space for himself. And yeah, still not afraid to throw the fireball, but you see the feints being worked in now after getting jumped on early.
At that variation right now, make it really overthink what's going to happen. And
love
that sway play, like the empty sway.
Oh, whiff punish.
I love Kuwano's willingness to jump so far, right? Like a lot of the times players are too content with staying on the ground against these players that are willing to throw fireball. The Hezi on the jab, blowing up the defensive timings. That was real good.
Crushing medium punch right after. And here's the back throw once again. Positional advantage for Kawano.
Same
Perfect parry.
Nice
Gives him the
jab.
drive impact suppressor, double up with a follow-up.
I don't know
It
if it's
looked
going
like
to kill.
crossover
He
tapped the
tried.
parry, right? That's a popular strat.
That should kill.
Because people like to respond with drive rush normals with parry, so because of that, you usually tap the parry. So when people drive rush drive impact, if you tap
Use
parry,
that butter.
you're locked into block after that parry recovery. So the drive impact is almost guaranteed.
First game to Kawano. As you said,
Oh, what a whiff punish.
That's so bot. Light knuckle, heavy knuckle up in the corner you go. Meet with the heavy kick. Crossover, strike, move back, drive rush, right that back throw. Kawano knew what he wanted. No go, bozo. Put me up in that corner.
Wow, what a trade that was.
They're going to interrupt that fireball with that heavy kick, huh?
Kawano
Nice throw
forward right
punish.
there, catching the recovery, getting the punish counter throw. Oh, spine bust the
yeah.
party. Not even.
Ooh,
Great discipline from
level 3.
crossover, man. Not flinching in the face of that walk back. Instead, crouch medium punch to the level 3. He's back in this round.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That bar can take him down, and we've seen DJ be able to dump out damage. Has to find the axis, and there it is.
Punish.
Drive rush, whip punish, using the bar
Skill,
on the bottom
yeah.
to catch that crouching medium kick, crossover, evening things out.
Crossover, what timing on that? That slight walk back, baiting Kawano into a button and timing the drive rush to where he gets the clean punish. Incredible.
I hear the DR crowd already popping off, baby. Let's go.
Hey.
Early in the morning, we get loud.
Kawano able to get the back throw though, switch the sides. But yeah, you got to be careful about your pressure because you can get back thrown just as well.
Punish counter throw, extra damage on top.
There he hits that from crossover, no good.
Kawano, another throw, punish
More
counter. He's getting
throws.
active. He might wake up with a butt. He actually
Ooh,
backdashes this time.
Trying to avoid the throws. He doesn't want to keep getting his back broken.
Oh, stand medium kick gets a little bit of a hit. Kawano he doesn't have to overextend to get the win. You're in the proper position to cross up DP.
Cross cut.
Oh, and crossover, he at least got out, but Kawano staying solid, just throwing over and over and over again, right? Recognizing the fact that crossover is not trying to take big risks right now. He knows this is the decider to get into the top 16, and he's being a little patient, trying to block it out for the most part, and Kawano's just taking advantage of that.
I like that. Get that lead up so those decisions get even more dire.
And this is so good for Kawano too, because establishing that many throws in the first game, that opens up the drive rush suppressor. That opens up the drive rush HP flash knuckle, right? These things that pull his hurt box back and look like it's going to be a throw, and then he punishes you for that attempt.
Yeah.
Switch over to Ken though for crossover.
Indeed, yeah, the DJ has been put on the bench at crossover. He's locked into the Ken, the tried and true, the character I know him the best for.
Not the most fun matchup for Ken players. You talk to them, they're like, I don't like go band-to-band blow, this kind of character. More in terms of the exchange, button to button. But corner carry definitely better for the side of Ken. And here we go, the grip, the drive rush throw.
It's just getting into that sweet spot range with Ken is a little annoying against Luke, right? Oh,
Where you going?
Perfect. Just baiting him into trying to whip punish that bud, finding the crouch medium punch afterwards. Great stuff.
To act with that drive impact. Kawano with the punish after jumping over. Fireballs every so often. Wall buttons too as well. This is what you don't want to have, is Luke to have a lead. You have to kind of break down that wall of fireballs and buttons. If you get blessed with them, it's going to hurt. You'll take that trade, actually. Not bad for Kawano.
That was an extended hurt box on Ken's fireball, bro. Oh, and he actually recovered in time. And now trying to catch a flinching right there. Crossover has been really good at now walking back and getting sniped by crouch medium kicks. And then he uses the OD. He knew Kawano didn't have that available.
So spark the bottom.
Oh, he actually got that and no punish. I mean, he wasn't burnt out, so it was going to be not an actual punish.
It's true, but it might be chip, though, dip.
There he is. That's chip. Yeah.
The chip,
good stuff from crossover, recognizing the OD. Shinrai all the way to the level 2.
Crossover. Back in business with a character that took him here. You see him develop that DJ, but this Ken is what got him in the
reversal.
And the crowd's starting to get rowdy again. The loudness, the DR representatives, I want to hear them.
Oh, yeah, they standing up, baby.
And then get,
perfect parry. That simple stuff, get that out of here. Kawano ready for it.
Man, we're trying to do a whole lot of bullying right now. He's going to continue to try that in the corner. Drive rush, great discipline and jump out timing from crossover, though.
The parry after the minus frames, Cody DP. Burns himself up. He's got the bar at the bottom.
Plus,
yeah, he
he's
parrying impact right back.
Exactly.
Hit you with the Noah.
Oh, sweep.
Good stuff from crossover right there, recognizing that the 3 bars were there.
You level 2?
Oh, the counter hit, but no commitment. Not much off of it just yet.
Crossover kept trying to take his turn, right? Because he saw Kawano was in burnout. Oh, what an interrupt on the overhead attempt.
Goin would love to kill without using that bar at the bottom. Hit us with a jab.
Oh, he's going to be able to do so. Yeah, double drive rush combo, instrumental style, no bars necessary.
And you talked about this, the corner pressure, even more deadly after what had occurred previously with all those throws. Ice throwing out the blows, ODDP from the side, a crossover, drive rush, stand fierce. Goin can tend to block it out, has to be careful with the drive gauge, but he has the bar at the bottom to react to fireballs with level 1, or he can wait for level 3 if need be. The crossover throws out a bad fireball if he feels he wants to burn him out.
And crossover, you can see from this range, right? He's trying to decide what to do, but Kawano instead takes that advantage to back throw him, and here we go, establishing the throw again. Oh, man, I'm so scared for crossover right now.
How many throws?
Just jumps out Kawano. Not committing to anything wild, but puts him back there again with another throw.
It's time to pay
Look at this, bro.
It's one touch, one hit. Oh, no. He waits for the crouch to catch the shimmy and hit him with that CA amount of damage.
Kawano finally, he saw that crossover was in lethal range, right? If he ended up reaching on the shimmy attempt. So great stuff from crossover.
Oh, he still got a block for feet.
But Kawano reached with a crouch medium kick. And Kawano is in top 16 of Capcom Cup 10.
Moving on in the bracket, moving to top 16 on Sunday is the Evo champion himself, Kawano. Good 8 squads own. Kawano taking down crossover. But I'll tell you one thing, you couldn't have written a better story for Group A. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. We walked in today, we were like, oh, this could be some flame duck stuff. But the way things had gotten to this point to push Kawano to the brink.
And man, I thought crossover for the entirety of the set did such a good job not getting sniped by crouch medium kick. And that was the thing that ended up killing him off.
Even punished one of those two, even backed up. Looking for the driver slide punch punish.
And that's just a fundamental part. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier, right?
Oh, with the parry.
You look to parry when the drive rush button's coming towards you, but because you tap it, you're locked into blocking during the recovery of the parry. So the drive impact can bully you that way. When you're in the corner, obviously you get a combo because of the wall splat. Definite great just scouting from Kawano on that one.
He is a killer when it comes to people's defense, right? The throw setup that we saw previously led to even more corner pressure and crossover breaking down. Of course, it's hard to one attack against like medium punch. Not even blessed, but so much damage. But then you have to alter your defense. When choosing something done on a player read from the side of Kawano, there was some great moments that chip out, coming to the side of crossover. But Kawano staying solid in those moments and not getting caught by the level 1 sort of stuff that we've seen. You've got to put that stuff out there every so often to see if they're watching, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But he's ready with that perfect carry, the corner carry, the big punishes coming through from the side of Kawano, and then getting hit with that crouching move kick. That is absolute drama right there to get hit with that button that he had blessed previously.
Yeah, man. And look at Kawano. Just the establishment of throws was so strong throughout the set. We saw it in game 1 as well. Like you mentioned, he tried to shimmy him a little bit right there. Crossover didn't fall for that, and that's what it was. Crossover, he tried to bait something out with a really shallow drive rush into jab. Kawano recognized that, woke up with the crouch medium kick, caught him slipping for the first time in regards to that in the set, and man, you only need to get caught slipping once. Big ups to crossover, bro. Yeah, I mean, again, another amazing story, as you mentioned. Should have been at CapCom Cup previously. Finally makes it to 1. Definitely a big fan of his. But let's take a look at top 16 and how we are starting to fill it out. Fei Long in that winners quarterfinals and that Group 8 at top seed, looking clean with the 4-1 record, only dropping in a crossover. And of course, that means the loser side, Kawano, has also qualified at that top seed, awaiting the second place participant of Group B.
We'll see what happens, what occurs as we go up throughout the day, but I'd like to start to get this filled out. Waiting for Sunday, man. It is going to be absolute flames and fire out here. I'm glad they're gonna stand it up because I've been having to move around quite a bit. Excitement, man. I can't keep me seated for this. Like, it ain't happening.
Group next, you gotta tie me to the railing, bro. So I don't.
Yeah, so you
almost fell.
Yeah.
But we're good indeed. I cannot believe the way Group A played out. I'm so glad that the last match of the group was one of the deciders. Yeah, man. We already have our first qualified participants for top 16, and of course, Capcom Cup 10 wouldn't be possible without Pagoda. They've been holding us down since the LCQ. Put the age rolls in. Enjoy your cravings. Satisfy your cravings. They've been holding it down with the LCQ players. They've been here. They got egg rolls at the bar. They're making sure everybody is fed and satisfied while they watch this Street Fighter 6 action.
Also, shout out to Mass Away. Some collectibles have brought classic and iconic gaming characters back to life with their high-quality collectible action figures. Check out their Street Fighter figures on their website. Look at this screen. Look at the Akuma, bro. When that character drops, I want the Shin Akuma. I want the Akuma. I think I've seen Rolento over there too as well. Breaking the bank, but definitely for a good cause.
Incredible figurine sales from Storm Collectibles. I love the fact that they're out here supporting CapCom Cuphead because, yeah, as you mentioned, so many great fighting game figurines, and that's just a genre that people love out here, and it's great for your background to go through this thing as well, definitely. But man, what in a way to start CapCom Cup Day 3, bro, of the group stage. So good, and I can't wait for this next group because not only are the players fire, but you're getting a commentary pairing that I know a lot of you want to see.
Oh yeah.
So we'll be back very soon. Don't go anywhere.
I'm not interested in whatever you're pitching. You really want me to punch a hole through you? So, just who are you? You need to learn to stop.
Oh my god, damn. Remote is working. Iron God. This is another Goin.
It's survival of the fittest on a global scale. Who among the challengers will make it to the top? Fists will fly at this location.
Alright.
Who will emerge a champion? Fight! And there's the first hit. What's next? The fight is underway. Which of these two challengers will walk away as champion? I hope you're ready!
There we go. What time?
Let's keep it up! Fight! The fight is officially underway! Now's your chance!
Shit. I didn't mean to do that. There's no escape.
No one can see that coming! Over till it's over!
There you go. My godlike reactions.
You don't see moves like that nowadays! Fei Long wins.
Oof.
And hopefully you guys are in building and getting an opportunity to try out the Ed build here for Street Fighter 6. He's been all around the venue and we've always been talking about how
It's because I'm a guy like.
Assembled from around the world to join in the fight. But only one will be declared the best. South America, Pitch Black Judge. Destination confirmed.
Jam, how's it going, Brody?
Very, very well.
Are you ready? Fight! And with that, the fight is officially underway. The fight is underway. What an attack!
Shit.
There's no stopping this fighter.
Ooh. I'll do it. Don't make me do it, bro. I will do it. You don't think I'm not gonna do it? I'll do it. Damn. Shit's God like his. You don't think I'll do it? I'll do it. Shit.
The one we've been waiting for. The ultimate battle for supremacy has begun.
Ooh.
I can't believe it.
Huge implication on the group.
Oh, try to attack. Oh, I missed.
What rush?
Oh, jeez.
I hope you're ready.
These are two players that I really like watching.
Uh-oh.
What an attack.
Same thing with Neffy. We have a jury, mirror, everybody in their PJs ready to go.
Oh. He got, okay. Fuck. I should have waited. I should have waited.
Which of these two counts will walk away and carry first hit? The scales have tipped. I hope you're ready. What power!
Oh, no. Oh, did I get it? Ay, yeah. Ay, yeah.
Fei Long wins.
Nephew gets started, he definitely becomes one of those players that takes the lead. Goes again to the drive rush overhead, spins the meter early, positioning already in his favor.
Yeah, this spot is really tough to fight out. So spend some drive gauge to do it, miss, and that can happen. This character, I think more often than some others, you see that DP go the wrong way, and wow, what a wake-up challenge from Nephew.
Yeah, especially when you use the heavy.
What a dash.
Double store, pressure here in the corner. Despair King just keeping it nice and simple, and Nephew attacks his way out. Dive kicking to escape, punish counter. I imagine we might see the level 1 again. Yeah, try to strip that drive gauge.
Man, he's been holding the screen hostage. Baits out the level 3. This should be the round. He's out of drive, but he's definitely going to take that first game pretty convincingly. Despair King on the ropes goes down 1 game.
We're back to character select very quickly. Didn't like the look of that, I think, at all. And Nephew just completely dominated. Basically every spot on the screen had that nice little bait at the end there. locks back in. Despair King having a think.
Jesus.
Push you to that corner.
I am godlike.
Also making it.
I am crazy. Oh, I am crazy godlike. Godlike.
We always talk about.
Sheesh. I'm so godlike. Why am I so godlike? Like what? Why is I so godlike?
So once you get to burn,
Why?
I feel like happens pretty quickly. If you're not careful, you could be in a very dangerous situation. The goofy faces.
It's like the opposite of like how they look. You know what I mean? Like they're so composed, and then Juri's face just all over the place. But yeah, I like that you called out the drive gauge usage. You know, she spends a lot of time drive rushing naturally, right? So she's spending bar on that. She's throwing the OD fireball and then following, or doing regular fireball in a drive rush. You know, these things cost a lot, and if the offense doesn't work, you can find yourself in burnout very quickly. Oh, that angle is so tough to anti, that jumping heavy punch.
One of those moves we start to see a lot later when it comes to the lifespan of the character. Nice wake-up parry, baits it out, and I love the punish. Drive rush for the punish counter. Big damage on the side of Despair King, and now he has this corner advantage. Cross up, not going to go his favorite, though. Stand heavy punch. This is not good. Despair King now in this corner. Nephew working on one bar. Now he has him in burnout. Despair King in trouble. Tries to jump out. What a dive kick.
Oh, he should have finished the dive kick.
Oh, man. No drive gauge there for Nephew either, so chooses to burn himself out on his own terms. Finds the counter hit in a bit of a scramble after that whiff dive kick.
Oh, my God.
What is going on?
All right, here we go. Scrappy, you say?
Yeah, definitely a scrappy little situation. Even though you don't see it on their faces, a lot of stuff happening here. Finds the hit, and immediate level 1 right there.
Like that. He's getting that screen carry just so he can keep that pressure a lot more
Coming
constant. This time checks the drive rush overhead. Didn't make anything big come from it, and now they're fighting mid-screen. Finally gets that instant overhead in the dive kick. Back in corner control. Here comes Nephew.
Yeah, no conversion there from Despair King. That's a big sign of the nerves on play here.
Drive reversal.
Spends that drive gauge. Puts himself in burnout, and the cross cut on the other side. Despair King with the chase down.
Going for a drive rush overhead of his own. Both of them with charges on. Instantly spins it for Despair King. And here we go. Burnout on the side of Nephew.
Yeah, he's trying to force while he's in burnout. He doesn't want to block it. Yeah, not going to be a factor. Already spends a lot of that drive gauge. He had to DP there to get the juggle, but the situation was a little awkward. Last guess. Not enough. And the jab to do it. Nephew. Very important W right there as you see him fist bumping. And gets the W over Despair King, which is really setting him up to try to be that second player to make it out of this group.
And the quick 2-0 on top of that. I'm glad how you pointed out how they're going crazy with the faces. Both of these players, I feel like, really stoic when you talk to them. Very nice on both sides, I can say that right now. But definitely one of the people like,
Yeah, you just look at Nephew's face, you're like, man, how did you come up with that strategy? He's like, I just hit him. I had to go hit him.
Well, we're going to take a look back. You can tell right now, Nephew really came out of the gate with the offense, spending a lot of level 1 and a lot of drive bar to keep the position in his favor. And you can see Despair King kind of on the ropes in this corner where he made an uppercut whip as well. And even to the point where Nephew was like, I'm willing to chance it, using a dive kick to get out of the corner, keeping that momentum. And it really did lead to like great success.
Yeah, and the thing about Nephew, too, is he has really snappy reactions, and he sticks to you and makes really sharp, like, consistent decisions, right? I feel like it's very rare that he makes something that's just like, ooh, that is, like, why did he do all that, right? And so, to me, that's a really important, like, strategy to have for a character like Juri, right? If you have that quality as a player, I think this is a good character for you, and you can really make her offense and kind of the things that she's good at shine. And you see those aspects in his play a lot of the time, too. I think this character, you know, is really popular at the beginning of the game, but she's not as popular now, particularly at high-level play. But players like Nephew and Despair King, you know, you can see them making it work.
Yeah, she's one of these characters that I feel like she kind of fits that archetype of kind of like, yo, I need to know how to fight these characters. Really strong all throughout the beta as well. You saw a lot of that character. And, of course, Nephew, one of the people that always pretty stays consistent when it comes to these character picks. And it shows very well in his mirror match versus Despair King. Another strong Juri player himself, but even still, Nephew, a very important win, like you pointed out, in this Group B.
Yeah, I mean, this is like that was one of the most important matches to watch out for in this group, I think, because you know they're both trying to fight and scrap for it, and yeah, I mean that's a huge W for him to get in this group. He really needs that one. Winning out is such a big deal, and we're gonna take a look at the standings. So you can see that Nephew, you know, gotta be feeling pretty good about getting a 2-0 there, right? That's a really solid spot to be. But there's still a couple of matches to be played in this group that really matter. Obviously, Big Bird's only played 3 of his matches, so you know, depending on how he does is very, very important. And then the same thing for Despair King, right? Like, you know, he needed to win that W there, I think, against Nephew, but Big Bird, you know, we'll have to see how he does. Nephew is going to be sitting, watching, waiting for that to happen. So let's take a look at our next match.
Speaking of Big Bird, he's going up next against Destroy Gods and the Guile. The Marisa Big Bird pick. I'm not sure if he's going to go with it, but if he does, I remember being in his chat asking him about like the Guile matchup. And he says, look, it is a little difficult to navigate, but once you get in, once you close that gap, man, it's nothing but hurt on the other side of that fence.
Exactly, yeah. It's one of those things, too. Both of his characters, I think, can navigate a lot of different matchups. I like the spread that he has. I think it makes a lot of sense to play Marisa. It makes a lot of sense to play Rashid, and he picks them both depending on the matchup, right, for sure. And, yeah, I would be surprised. I think we'll see the Marisa here. You know, I'd be surprised if we see the Rashid. But, you know, he might try it out. Who knows? But obviously, a lot of them were over in Japan doing their training arcs and practicing and stuff like that. You saw him over there, and you saw Angry Bird as well. Phenom,
all of them are over there getting like the XP, especially going forward, especially getting ready for CapCom Cup, man, because there's some heavy names here. And I feel like another thing that's really happened is like ever since we've seen like the success of like Big Bird and Angry Bird, man, once again, it puts a large target on their back. There's a lot of footage out there for you to really kind of comb over, but it doesn't take away from the strength of these players. And even more so, I feel like Destroy Gods, they have a lot on their plate coming in, but I feel like they've already proven themselves to be here. And right now, this is the strongest person makes it out. Destroy Gods can really mess up Big Bird's time here. And like you said, there's a lot of contention in these lower spots. Remember, only 2 players will make it out of this group to make it to the main bracket. We've got our first 2 from Group A. We're trying to get our next 2 from Group B.
For that top 16 on Sunday. So locked in here, we see Marisa. That'll be the pick, it looks like, for Big Bird. Looking pretty solid here. This is a matchup that we saw when he won his very first tournament for this game, right? Obviously, this is the final. Him and Akainu over at Red Bull Kumite, and a matchup that he's very comfortable with as well. We've seen him play it a lot. He's a really, really solid, consistent player. He has snappy, sharp reactions, good decision-making in neutral, and I think that's something you need to play a character like Marisa.
Man, why does this dude Guile have the flag on his shirt and on his actual body? He's double tattooed up. He gets it attached in all of his clothes.
That's a real American right there. Star Spangled. Oh, man. Beautiful, perfect parry.
Cross up. No, stays on the same side because of the back tech. Where are you going?
She asked that when you don't move. That is messed up. I'm like, I'm just sitting here blocking, man.
What do you mean? Oh, you're trying to be funny. I see. Ah, okay. Ooh,
I love the armor on the Gladius. Yeah, representing that option early, saying, hey, you can't just pull up in this space.
Just raw Gladius goes for the overhead and a quick first round for Big Bird to make the lead really evident.
Yeah, he needs this kind of gameplay. Today he's got a steamroll. If he really wants to make it out of this group, you know, he made a tweet basically that was like, hey man, you know, I'm not that good at CapCom Cup, so we'll see if I can clean it up this year. This is my time. We'll have to see. And today is the day if he wants to make it happen.
I literally asked him earlier. I was like, hey man, you focused? You in? He was like, I'm locked in. I was like, stay locked in. Nice anti-air with the crouch heavy. Reset with the forward medium punch. I love to see it in the burnout. Oh no, this is gonna hurt. Mommy muscle in the building. The first game under his belt. Big Bird with the Marisa.
That's when put him to sleep. He's on his stream and he takes a hit of the vape and goes, someone clip that.
Instantly. Somebody clip that.
He just yells it right away.
With a big smile on his face.
Oh, why did you just hit him?
I love that little pickup right after. If you don't have charge, take the forward heavy kick.
And it's a nice little reset too. Whiff and throws, missing hugs.
Oh my, scary couple of whiffs here.
And look at how active Destroy Gods has gotten with his Guile. Placement on the Gladius has really been something he has to question, especially right there in that corner. Look at the burnout.
Oh, air flip out. Yeah, classic. A big problem for Marisa in situations like that. He just holds up forward and says, I'm out of here. Drive impact up, big threat.
Does have super. Jumps out again. DI, that's going to be a stun. Oh, night-night? Night-night? Yeah, night-night. Night-night.
Dead.
She leans into it.
Puts her whole back into it to get that level 1, and 3 straight rounds. Big Bird very quick. I like the ideas that we're seeing represented from Destroy Gods.
What a
so far.
And I think it's all about contention.
Flash kick.
Many flash kicks, and when we have, Big Bird has had quite the lead on him. And now once again you're in the corner, and this has not been your friend. Great jump out there with the jump light. Actually switches the position, and now Destroy Gods with the lead.
Hold all this shit.
Blade backs up.
Oh,
jump, yeah, he caught him slipping. The lazy anti-air, right? You jump in that angle and people go for the perfect parry.
Oh, yo. Taking a step. The boots and the boom.
Oh, yeah.
I like how he shakes his leg out.
Gotta get the dust off. Oh my, barely had enough life to armor that. Drive impact is up right here. No way out because of the meter. And that's gonna do it. 2-0. 4 straight rounds. Big Bird trying to make it into top 16 on Sunday.
Damn, Mitch. Yeah, damn, Mitch. That's what I was
nice and really bad to have to play your character because he's not a down player. He's like, listen, this character is really strong. He really believes in the character's strength, but he also shows at a high level how strong this character is. Right? Yeah, that was a little bit of the back. I like that from the lower jungle from as well. But his decision making on the character is really good. And I honestly, you know, he's been playing Rashid as well, but I think his Marissa decision making and awareness is really, really sharp, even more sharp than on the character. Right?
No, I agree.
Gone in less than 60 seconds. You're dead, bro. You're dead. You're fucked. You're fucked and you're dead.
Whereas with Marisa, very much lots of stun. You get to use Gladius to challenge in some of these situations, but typically you gotta hold the block and they get to move around. So it's definitely one of these characters that fits his playstyle. Guile, one of those characters, like I said, historically you would think would really slow that character down, but he's got a lot of experience in it and just, you know, really mastered how to play that match.
Right. Yeah, and it was really impressive to watch how quickly he just adjusted to little things. Like, oh, you're gonna represent one new option, boom, immediate counter, right? He was ready for it too. So yeah, when someone's playing that sharp, it's really tough to stop for sure. But that has a big implication on the group, obviously, right? He has another match to play, so gonna have another. We see the standings here. Big Bird feeling very good, I'm sure, after that W. He really needs things to go well for him here, and that was a big loss for Despair King earlier as well. So Nephew not gonna be playing anymore. Despair King still has his match, and Big Bird obviously, and that is yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a big one. That's definitely gonna be a big one coming up. So now to get into this next match is going to be Shaka, a very strong player, going up against another very strong player, Chris Wong. And like we said, there's a lot of contention in these groups. Shaka, one of those players a lot of people were talking about leading up to this, and his Dawson has definitely been doing work. Chris Wong, just the same, very much in contention for being one of the strongest players, and especially in this group. And my man is clinical with the group. He is so strong with the group. He's very precise with his input.
I mean, yeah, and that's the thing too, is that his results is really good. I mean,
yes.
He had second at both of his qualifiers, right? He didn't make it there. Then second to Gotchgoon in Singapore as well, right? So you're looking at Chris Wong like, dude, is this guy not going to make it to CapCom Cup by being really, really good and being second like 5 times? What's going on? And then he brings it up off the qualifier offline. It's very, very impressive, I have to say, to get second and like that, and then show up the next week and win.
You were there for this. You saw with your own eyes.
Yeah, I was really impressed with this player. I think he's an incredibly solid player, and he's really fun to watch. Of course, this is a matchup you don't see that often, not because of Luke, but because of Olsen. I mean, Sid is not a very common character at the high level, so it's cool to see THawk out here playing the character. Really strong player I'm familiar with. I've seen him enter a lot of tournaments, seen his play a lot before. Let's see what Chris Wong's adjustments are. Immediate whip punish, counter crouching medium punch, and gets the pick up to the corner.
Not ashamed to actually go in and mix it up, Chris Wong. But like I said before, it really does seem like he plays this very risky game. But
oh, why is it skipping, man?
And I'm glad you brought that up about Dawson, because this is definitely a character we don't get to see often.
And
I really like seeing him navigate some of these characters that we do get to see. The Juries, the Lukes, the Kens. I
1, 2, 3.
love to see him.
Baits the throw immediately, and he's going to drive rush, push him to the corner here, and drive impact is checkmate. Oh, drop knuckle though, scary.
Oh, goes for the blatant low right there. And you can see right now, Shaka trying to keep this distance between them.
And if you're Chris Wong, you can't get too overzealous about swinging a DI out there, because if there's a float or something, you might be in trouble.
There you go. Oh, nice jab, stops the teleport. I like that option to kind of deal with the mix-up, because even a lot of times if that fireball is still there, you still get the opportunity to stop the pressure from the Dawson player. There's a throw to close it out. Chris Wong, 100% aware of it.
Yeah, something to keep in mind for all of the event this weekend. When people jump at those weird angles where you don't have time to anti-air, but you're not going to get punished, people will parry anti-air, right? So you're seeing the high-level players will empty jump and just throw your parry. So then the next adjustment is I will just jab, right? I'll just do delayed jab to beat you trying to throw my parry. So there's like a mind game on top of the mind game. And at the highest level, you see that very common. So keep in mind that when you're watching this weekend.
Yeah, stack meta right here. And once again, now that mix-up's starting to be a little more prominent, slap him in the face. Nice teleport here. Drop slide, keeping the pressure going. Shaka turning up the gas.
I like it. He has a lot of really good offensive setups. The whip punish and the level 1.
Level 1? Oh, okay. He wants to save me.
Good damage on that too. I love the little establishment after with the button.
That's
the
fine.
Pressure. I love sliding in, crouching medium, standing medium, all kinds of things to check at that range. Really nice stuff.
And the fact that he puts himself in these positions where you really have to worry about whether he's going to put a button, whether he's going to slide, drive rush, angle slide, you really need to pay attention to it. And he's so good at keeping the space about him too, where he's really avoiding a lot of the sandblast pressure. Great anti-air, and once again, keeping the beat hot.
What a buffer. That's when you don't be lazy with your backdash. When you're backdashing, buffer that move. So that if you see the jump, you get the anti-air easy peasy. Love that from Shaka.
Once again, going to the lows, and look at the keep away game. My man is saying, you're not playing this game. I'm not going to play the Luke game. 1 round apiece between these two in this first game, and man, they are slugging.
Dude, the neutral from Shaka, I love the things he's representing too. The float heavy punch, teleport right there to make the mix-up, and he lands on the fireball anyway. But this is, yeah, double drive rush pressure. Anti-air again, he's not lazy, he's buffering.
Hot, bro. And once again, the jump back teleport, making him fall into the fireball on the far left side, keeping the distance between them. Shaka getting the first game versus Chris Wong.
He is so good. I love that every time he backdashes, he just buffers the up blast, and he's like, oh, you're jumping. Easy peasy. Love that. Really, really strong choice, of course. And Chris Wong a little on the back foot there. He's like, okay, he's bringing some heat.
He is bringing some heat. He got some feet hot. Also, this dude Dawson just summoned an elephant on a helicarrier. That's wild, bro.
Yeah. I mean, if he could teleport an elephant to him. I'm sure. He's got to be able to.
That's dope. Yo, David Blaine? Is that what you said,
Yeah.
right?
Cheez-Its, like, he's just like, what up? I'll make it happen. Teleports in. Wow, crouching heavy.
Oh my God, what almost had a crazy conversion right there. Still able to keep the momentum, and you see Shaka just willing to backdash perfect parry. Oh, attack the drive bar. I love it. Take away some of those options by removing the drive bar from the equation.
Yeah, I think it's a really smart choice. Players are really good at that now. Lovely little whip punish. Punish counter so he gets the back heavy kick. Big damage, big extension on this. Empty throw in case you go for the parry. Pressure's looking fantastic for Chris Wong, and the spacing trap as well. Gonna have to dump.
Uppercut.
Oh, the DP at the end. Nicely done from Chris there. That was really clean pressure in the corner.
Yo, surgical with the meter management, with the combos. What a closeout on this first game. Excuse me, game 2, round number 1.
Little float action. Shaka trying to represent some different looks.
Jeez.
He jams it in.
Freaking
That's a good
butt.
butt. It's the god
Set up.
butt. The right hand of Exodia.
Teleports, fireball, gonna keep him safe, tries to drive rush, and steal the check from Shaka. These long-range limbs, these textbook limbs.
Nope.
Wow, what an option representing the fireball right there. Stops the drive rush once again. I love that part of the Street Fighter 6 meta where people are really starting to interrupt
the
those drive
punish.
rushes. Not this time, though. Knocked down in the corner. Chris Wong tries to go for the neutral jump. Back throw. Shaka in control. Oh, my God. Chris Wong is in burnout once again.
That was sick. I love that little bait to set up that burnout from Shaka, although he's got the challenge into the critical R, and he says, let's wrap this up. Huge damage on this. This does so much.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, because of the critical art there. Beats him up, gets the game. And I have to say, Shaka's decision-making there was so clever. He had the anti-air, and then he didn't do the real blast, and then Chris Wong tried to parry to get out of it, and then did drive rush throw to punish that. So really cool setup there, but then Chris Wong just finds the hit, gets the job done, one apiece.
I like these mid-screen fights. It seems like Chris Wong really started to turn up the neutral game right here. Whether it comes down to a scramble, he just does not want Dawson and Shaka to get away from this situation where he does have this control, or at least he can make these big conversions happen.
Yeah, and he's representing some cool stuff. Shaka's doing a lot of like drive rush and a fireball if he sees you landed on one, or a light kick check. He's doing some interesting options.
Okay, representing his OD fireball right now from Luke. This way, he's going to make sure that Shaka is locked down with Dawson. He's going to be able to lock him down, gets the corner. Tries to bait something out with the jab there. Shaka keeping his wits about him and is playing so calm right now. Teleports out. There's that jab I was talking about, and a great anti-air to stop that option that we saw Chris Wong go for last time.
Twice in a row, too. Saw the neutral jump. Stuffs it with the back medium punch. And man,
that
he
was
is
so good.
Beating up his legs in this mid-range. Every time he goes sandblast, he just checks him low.
Wow, this dude Shaka. OD fireball clash with the sandblast. And you can see Chris Wong, not sure about some of these situations. Double jab, did not get the confirm. Catches him out of the air, gets the flow. What a conversion. Chris Wong?
I already know Phenom's making a tweet. Bro, I'm not listening. You play Ken. Don't even say anything. Don't do it, bro.
He's like, see that? He's like, look at this.
It's like, he can do that? I'm like, come on, man. Wow, he is really spacing him out here with it. Oh, I love the float right over. Did you see his legs just glide over the fireball?
Stretchy legs.
This has been some of the most fun neutral to watch I've seen in like any matches.
I'm telling you right now, the way that they're using right now this neutral game control, DI Chris Wong ready this time, and it is not looking good for Shaka. He's got 2 bars for Chris Wong now and Luke, so he does have the opportunity to close out. He's probably going to be working on a level 3 pretty soon, and now Shaka in trouble. Just does the random level 3, the CA, just a level 3, going to do a lot of damage. He's going to get a lot of drive bar back, and look at the position.
He's going to be first out of burnout here, which is big. He's going to have EX Fireball or Drive Rush or setups or whatever he wants. Chris Wong has to respect for now. About to be out of burnout. He has Drive Gauge back. He was about to spend it.
He actually checks the Drive Rush forward. This dude Shaka is actually ridiculous. OD Fireball clash in the mid-screen. You seeing him using the float just to get around possibly. Oh my God, perfect parry. Goes for the long range. Another perfect parry. This dude, Chris Long, is in trouble. OD Fireball gets the knockdown.
But he's about to be in burnout again. He teleports in out of nowhere. Chris Long just not ready. He didn't believe.
My man Gal got out of the ship and was like, hold on, bro.
Yeah, look at Gal back there is us right now. He's like, bro, what is happening on this helicarrier? What's even going on? Teleports in, trade. Good for Chris Long, though. Good defense again from Shaka, not biting on these throws.
The left arm of Exodia doing some work right now. Once again, go straight back to that neutral. Shaka just playing so great in this position, but not in a great position now because he's in the corner. Great tech on the throw, the fireball too far to actually interrupt.
Oh,
big jump in. Goes for the back throw. Not going to work out. Level 3 is on the table. Chris Long is going to cash out. It's time to go to work, or it's actually time to clock out. Chris Long takes it 2-1 over Shaka, but man, that was a really entertaining set, man. Like you said, that was some of the most fun neutral I've seen, especially versus a character like Luke with Dawson, which we typically don't get to see, and just well played all around, man.
Man, I was believing too. I was like, Chris Long is getting beat up there. I was like, this is a sick match, and that was really well played. I mean, that just shows you the strength of Shaka as well, because Chris Long obviously done really, really well. Yeah, Shaka. Can you guys make some noise for Shaka?
Make some noise for Shaka, bro. My man is actually ridiculous. The Dawson looking really strong out here.
Awesome player. Really, really fun to watch. Anytime you see Shaka playing in a tournament, definitely recommend checking him out. Someone I was very familiar with before this event, right? Because I know a lot of the players here, you're seeing them maybe for the second or third time or something. Really, really fun player to watch. And that was a sick set. I think one of the most fun sets I've seen this weekend.
Of course, man. And it all started with just the way he approached the neutral. Because you were very much afraid a lot of times when you fight Luke. We talk about that crouch strong, talk about how fast that sandblast is, but being able to check a lot of the drive rushes, as well as kind of negate just how strong that Luke fireball is with the just blatant lows, whether it just be the float over.
Right.
It really did change how this matchup was played. A lot of clashes with fireballs and instants. Perfect spacing right here for Shaka. Great usage of meter. I mean, what he played so good and still just was not enough to close out the set.
Yeah, Chris Long just really, really solid in those moments where he needed to be. And I have to say, like, that was some world-class